Redefine Pretty, a project led by filmmaker Anne Ford, asked several young women to participate in a neurological experiment. The participant women had their brains scanned while being shown flawless, retouched photos of models, precisely the kind of photos that we see on our Instagram feed every day. Says Neha Hiranandami, I'm sorry for any mispronunciation, in a Vogue India publication named Why the Glow Up is Actually Traumatizing Gen Z. Basically, the researchers found out through MRI scans that when shown curated photos of models, those women experienced trauma. This surprised the participants as they thought they were actually being inspired by those photos. Quoting Neha again, but while you're looking at the photos, even though they knew that the photos were retouched, the woman's brain scans consistently signaled anxiety and trauma. In a world with a thriving social media culture, more and more people are experiencing what those women experienced. The photos we see on the internet are often curated to cancel any flaw. Although we already know this, our brains still see those pictures as something we want to achieve, even though many of them aren't even humanly possible, especially with the rising AI technology. In this internet culture, something has been gaining more and more attention over the years: the glow-up culture. Quoting Lara Peter in a British Vogue publication called It's Time to Leave Toxic Glow-Up Culture Behind in 2021, the concept of glowing up is simple. You become more conventionally attractive over a period of time and usually documented. We can see those types of videos here on YouTube, but I believe they have been really famous on TikTok. These videos often keep us entertained and curious to see how someone could go from one side of a spectrum to another. And we tend to see these videos as aspirational, when in reality they are causing more harm than good. More and more younger generations are comparing themselves to these perfect individuals they see online, and they are influenced to perceive themselves not as a human being with imperfections, but as a product that needs to be constantly improved in order to gain attention. The glow-up culture capitalizes on our insecurities. Brands take advantage of that to offer us products and services that can immediately take away all of our flaws. So here we are, not only being influenced to see ourselves negatively, but also being manipulated into buying more and more solutions to our problems. The glow-up culture is detrimental to us economically, mentally, and physically. Another thing that is highly harmful to us is the fact that these glow-up transformations are often based on transforming yourself into a more conventionally attractive person. This culture takes away from us our individuality. You cannot be considered a glow-up person if you don't fall into the characteristics of someone that is conventionally beautiful. According to author Sable Young and an expert from Die Hot with a Vengeance, I think that's how you pronounce it, Essays on Vanity, shared with Rolling Stone, the relevant truth that the patriarchy's own menu of attractiveness hasn't changed in centuries. Thinness, femininity, youth, narrows your options between conventional standards and however much your personal authentic expression strays from them. Let's stop to analyze how crazy and dystopian this is. Our society constantly pushes us to fit into the same characteristics, excluding everyone that doesn't fit in. More and more people are giving away their individual and special traits in order to be considered beautiful by this completely unhealthy society. But unfortunately, in a world where pretty privilege exists, who wouldn't want to be considered attractive? That's the problem, isn't it? We are constantly being rewarded by fitting in. That makes it really hard for us to go against the flow. I wanted to make this video as a reminder that you don't need a glow up. At least the glow up that is presented to you on social media. We are humans and we are constantly evolving. It is completely natural for us to pursue change and to want to get better every day. But this need is being distorted into something completely unhealthy and unsustainable. Let's turn it back to what it initially was, a desire for healthy improvement. Let's remove the bad things of a typical glow up and instead focus on growing up. Our bodies will definitely change over time, and that's completely natural and beautiful. And the most beautiful thing about this process isn't related to our appearance at all. It is related to our soul and our essence, the way we grow with life, the way we are constantly learning about who we are and the world around us. By living life, we are already going to experience situations that will transform us. This transformation should be gentle and kind and focus on improving yourself as a human being. The most beautiful change is the one that starts from within. What about starting developing ourselves by first changing the way we treat ourselves? I recently posted a video about self-love, so feel free to give it a watch and see how you can love yourself the way you so kindly love others. Back to the point, I don't want to be someone who pretends that we live in a perfect world, where appearance doesn't matter at all. Unfortunately, people who are considered more attractive end up receiving more attention. But if we stop to think, this attention isn't truly based on an empathic feeling. If we get away from social media for a moment, we can see there are thousands of people who are not conventionally attractive, being loved and cared for, because they are surrounded by people who care about who they truly are. People who can see beyond their appearance. I don't think there is a simple solution for this situation, but I believe we can start pursuing a more empathetic and loving way to improve ourselves. We should focus on what we truly love and want. What are the clothes that truly show your personality? Have you always wanted to cut your hair short? Then do it for yourself. Do you want to be more fit? There's nothing wrong with that. Pursue a healthy and peaceful way of changing your body. Change is not detrimental. Change is in fact really necessary. As we grow older, we discover new things and want to dress differently or look a certain way. But the important thing is for those changes to be aligned with your dreams and goals, what you see as a good thing for yourself. For example, I am pursuing my own fitness journey. I practice Muay Thai and I also go to the gym. However, I changed my mindset around these activities. I do these activities because I truly enjoy them, and because I am experiencing mental and physical benefits because of them. I put aside the focus on my body as being something that needs to be improved. Instead, I focus on moving my body and using it in a way that helps me calm down and relax. The changes in my appearance are just a consequence of that, and aren't nearly as important as the health I acquired. I encourage you to pursue your journey of self-improvement in a way that's healthy and good for you. Think about who you are and what you truly want to achieve. Again, not everybody is the same and we don't live in a bubble. Everybody's story is different. I just wanted to inspire you and remind you that the internet shouldn't dictate how you should live your life. If the glow up culture has actually impacted your life in a positive way, that's awesome. I just want to remind you that you have enormous value regardless of your appearance. I also wanted to remind you that social media does not reflect reality. If we stop to perceive the world around us, we can see that the things that are said on social media are often just said on social media. Just because you saw some videos of people glowing up, it doesn't mean that everyone else in the world is doing the same, and that you should do the same to live correctly. That is just a video on a screen. Look around you and see that the true and healthy relationships are still based on things that are more important than appearance. If you stayed until the end of the video, thank you so much. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely day or night. Bye! I am so sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. We are currently reforming our backyard, so I'm really sorry. I wanted to film this video today. Sorry.